Dear students, in this video we are going to have the explanation of the chapter step by step. So let us begin. I started for school very late that morning. Here I stands for the narrator, the author, and was in great dread, great dread of means fear of a scolding. Scolding means rebuking, especially because M. Hamel, French teacher, had said that he would question means here he would ask the question us on participles. Participles means the rules of grammar, and I did not know the first word about them. Them means here the rules of participles. The explanation of above lines is the narrator of the story is a young school going boy named Franz. That morning he was scared. Scared means he was afraid of, as he was late for school. Also, as their teacher M. Hamel had announced, announced means declared, the previous day that he would test them on the topic of participles, and Franz did not know anything at all. He was more scared of being scolded. For a moment, I thought of running away. I means here Franz. Franz thought of running away and spending the day out of doors. It was so warm, so bright. The birds were chirping. Chirping is the sound of the bird at the edge of the woods. Woods means here forest, and in the open field back of the sawmill. Sawmill means here a factory for cutting wood. The Prussian soldiers were drilling. Here, drilling means exercising. The explanation of the above lines is Franz had another option in his mind to miss school and enjoy the day out in the warm and bright weather. He describes the scene. There were birds chirping on the trees, and the noise of the Prussian soldiers doing the drill behind the sawmill could also be heard. So, students, this kind of scenario was going on. It was all much more tempting. Here, tempting means attracting. Then the rule for participles, but I had the strength to resist. Here, resist means to stay away, and hurried off to school. Explanation is the scene outside was more attractive than the school, but Franz controlled the temptation and chose to attend the school. When I passed the town hall, there was a crowd in front of the bulletin board. Here, bulletin board means a notice board for putting up the latest news and communication. This is the meaning for bulletin board. For the last 2 years, all our bad news had come from there: the lost battles, the draft, the orders of the commanding officer, and I thought to myself without stopping, what can be the matter now? It means Franz thought that there was no good news. Explanation is as Franz walked past the town hall, he noticed a huge crowd at the notice board. The war with Prussia had begun 2.5 years ago, And since then, all the bad news like losing the war, occupation of Alsace and Lorraine. Alsace and Lorraine, these are the names of districts in France. By the enemy, that is Prussia, etc., had been communicated to the people through this bulletin board. Bulletin board means here notice board. Franz kept on walking towards the school and thought in his mind that what news could have been put up at the board now. Then, as I hurried by as fast as I could go, the blacksmith watcher who was there with his apprentice. Apprentice means here trainee. Reading the means here news, called after me and he said, "Don't go so fast, bub. You will get to your school in plenty of time." I means here Franz, thought he was making fun of me and reached M. Hammel's little garden all out of breath. All out of breath means while panting. Explanation is as he walked hurriedly towards the school, the blacksmith, who was also reading the news and had come along with his trainee, called out to Franz from behind and said that he needn't go in such a hurry as there was plenty of time for him to reach the school. Franz thought that the blacksmith was making fun of him as he was already late for school. When Franz reached the garden outside the school, he was out of breath as he had walked very fast. Dear students, further explanations we will have in the next videos.